All right, let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, T. Greene.
Good morning, boys. How you doing?
Good, Tommy.
We're getting fired up, Tommy. I got this. Unfortunately, he looks like we're identical twins. he looks like me, but he's dumb as a stump when it comes to sports.
I've been forewarned. Yeah, so.
Well, Tommy, listen, I appreciate you talking him off the ledge, but one day you're just gonna have to give him a push.
He does that job on his own. I'm lassoing him every week.
Trust me, I hear it.
hey, Tommy. I've been dying to talk to you this week because, I know you're out of the school of don't get too high when things are going great, don't get too low when things are going bad. Keep that even keel because, like my brother just said, and you've said numerous times, baseball season is a grind. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So and it's a game of failure. If you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're still batting 300.
Right.
And
right.
you're going and you're in the All-Star game. You're probably, if you finish that way, you're in the Hall of Fame. But that being said, Tommy, like the highs and lows, they're starting to play good baseball right now. They're coming around.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that the whole time, Billy. It's just trying to get you to believe they were going to come around. It's the other thing. But no, I mean, the baseball is that. It's ebbs and flows, and it's about consistency. And you're working to try to find that consistent pattern. Your consistent day in, day out routine that puts you in a good spot as a pitcher, as a hitter, or whatever your job might be for the team.
Right,
so you're looking to try to maintain that consistency to give you the best chance to succeed on the field every night.
Right,
that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
All right, so that brings me to my first question. Aaron Nola, 1-7, his ERA is north of 6. He's now on the 15-day disabled IL retroactive to, I believe, the 15th of May. Obviously, he's got a sprained ankle, which probably messes up his delivery, I guess. But
there's no question about that, Billy. When you start, we talk about it too. We don't know what those guys are going through,
right.
Every week. We're not there. We're not privy to all the little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he didn't just get bad overnight, Tommy. He just didn't get bad.
I mean, when did this happen, though? I mean, he's had a bad start right from the get-go. I mean, when did this happen?
You can't blame that on. You can't blame every bad start on something bothering him. He's had some issues. I mean, for his consistency thing and what he's done. But when you start losing your legs and not able to drive and do what you're supposed, you're going to lose velocity.
Yeah.
Or you can put stress on your arm.
Right.
And make you more susceptible to arm injury. So there's no question about that. Yeah. So when he have it, I have no idea. But reading what's on the internet and stuff like that, it said it happened before his Cleveland start or something like that. Or
before the Cleveland start.
All right, Tommy, I want you to settle something for my brother. I made a point, and I just want to get your opinion on this. Taijuan Walker over the last couple of years has been horrible, downright god awful. But he maintained a positive attitude. He's still I mean, I saw him. I walked next to him. He's a huge guy.
Right, I get what you're saying.
He's a major league pace. He was just going through whatever like Nola's going through right now. But what impressed me about him, Tommy, and I want to get your opinion on this. Through his troubles, he could have gone the other way. He could have been a miserable teammate. He could have just like kind of quit if you will, wanted out, wanted a different scenery. But he maintained a positive attitude, and he's come through, and now he's pitching pretty well. So, what does that tell you about Taijuan Walker?
Well, I mean, it shows you that he's a mentally tough guy. I mean, to go through like that. Obviously, he's a veteran guy. He's been through the wars early in his career a little bit and had a lot of success too, so with success come failures, and you have to be able to, it's like poking fun at your friend. If you're willing to dish it out, you got to be willing to take it.
Right.
And the guys are willing not willing to take it is the ones you have issues with. And it's the same way as playing in Philly. If you think you'll come here and win all the time and do great all the time, yeah, I wish you could, but it's not going to happen that way. You got to be ready for, you got to understand the fans are going to hold you accountable, and they did. But you got to maintain your positive outlook. Hey, I'm going to get out of this. If I get the opportunity, I'm going to keep working and grinding and do what I got to do. And that's exactly what he did. So you got to give a lot of kudos for what he went through last year. I mean, since he's been here, basically, and what he had to go through to get to where he's at right now. I mean, that's a credit to him. So.
Hey, Tommy, it's Danny. I wanted to ask you real quick about today's starter for the Phillies. Obviously, the Pirates are throwing out Paul Skeens, Rookie of the Year last year. Honestly, if he pitched more games, was going to make a case for Cy Young. But Mick Abel makes a spot start today in place of Aaron Nola after he goes in the IL. So far in AAA this year, 8 starts, 5-2 record, 2.53 ERA in 46 1/3 innings, 51 strikeouts, 19 walks, and a 2.15 opponent batting average. What are you expecting from him so far this season? Obviously, a big bounce back year in AAA, and do you think this is more of an audition possibly for teams looking to acquire a guy like Mick Abel? Because we talked about it, a few times in weeks past. This rotation is becoming crowded, especially when Andrew Painter comes up. I don't really see a future for Abel, but what are you expecting, and do you see a future, for him in the Phillies organization?
Well, I mean, every time you pitch as a professional baseball player, you're auditioning. You're putting yourself on the line because there's 29 other teams or whatever out there looking for pitching too. So. Anytime you go, no matter if you're pitching in the minor leagues or you're pitching in the big leagues. So this is he's earned the right, when Nola went down and whatever they're doing to try to get Walker back on to where he can start Nola's next rotation start.
Colorado, yep.
That's why Abel's here. But he's earned the right to get this big league debut. It's a huge day for him. It's a great day.
Mm-hmm.
He gets his feet wet a little bit. Hope he has a lot of success. There's undue pressure you put on yourself, but it's he's got to try to maintain what he's been doing all year in AAA because he's earned the right to be here. So I mean, I don't try to put too much pressure on guy. If he can keep us right there, give us a chance. Give us. 6 innings. I mean, that would be great if he gave us 6 innings, but that saves the bullpen. That's the way I look at it, at least. And if he has an outstanding outing, I mean, that's awesome. It's going to make his case and open some people's eyes. Say, hey, this guy's made a little step forward,
right.
And when they're looking to possibly do something at a deadline, the trade deadline, they could have a chip. You never know. I mean, if they're willing to get rid of him like that. So.
He's got a great opportunity to not only build his confidence, but also build his trade value if something like that does happen. The Pirates' second worst offense in all of baseball. So, I mean, if there's ever a time for him to perform, it's today in the majors.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. I mean, I try to give positive vibes. We need to get positive vibes. We don't want to put too much pressure. Expectations. Hey, this is a great day. It's a sunny day. It's a great baseball day. And we get a chance to see a young man make his big league debut and start his big league career, and hope it leads to big and better things for him. And maybe with the Philadelphia Phillies, you don't know.
Right.
And that's the thing about it. Because even if something happens, they do trade or whatever, it could come back in the future. You don't know. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, that's so great about this game. People mature at different times, and they make those steps forward, hopefully. Some guys do, some guys don't. And it's all about timing. It's about sticking your foot in the door and don't let it shut. This could be one of those times for him. So.
All right. We're talking with Tommy Greene each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season. We go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Markets. Now, Tommy, today the Philadelphia Phillies, if they can win, they're going to face Skeens. He's pretty electric, that guy.
Well, there's no question about the stuff. Hey, we're gonna get a true test of what the offense is about today. The guys that facing a guy like this, you're facing the top echelon pitcher in the big league. So it's going to be a pretty special thing. So to watch a guy and to see previously like watching Doc Gooden and Nolan Ryan back in the day, come in when I was playing. So you get a chance to watch those. You look forward to days like that, competing against a guy like this. And I think all our hitters like that, hey, they want to compete against a guy like this. They just got to find a way to get it done, and scrap and play the game of baseball, the little game, to put some pressure on them. The quicker we can get them out there, the better.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hey, Tommy, after the game today, the Phillies take off to Colorado for 4, and Colorado's not that much better. This is the time of year where you can put some, get some wins under your belt and put some pressure on the Mets that are in front of you, because they got a tough couple of weeks ahead of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, every day's a tough day. I mean, in the big leagues, man, that's why you take them that's the way you take them. Why you take them one by one, And I talk to you about that every time. It seems like you take it today. You take today's game. You don't look ahead. You don't look ahead. You take today's game and you try to win today's game. And you go from there. So the game's a beautiful game and it'll humble you. So. That's why you hear us. Ex-players and players of current talking about that. They try to keep themselves in the present. So
Tommy,
go that way.
Tommy, what do you think about Jordan Romano? He's turned his season around a little bit. He had a really tough start. I mean, his ERA was like.
Are you a fan now?
Well, I'll tell you what. I thought that guy, the way he struggled in the beginning, I'm thinking, but he's really turned it around. And that's crazy how somebody can turn the corner.
That's what I say. He did the same thing.
They figured out that he was tipping his pitches. I forget which series
that
it
couldn't
was.
have been it totally though. Could it have?
Yeah, you never know, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I had a AAA pitcher, a guy named Johnny Grubb back in the day. He was a veteran guy with Texas, played with Texas and Detroit. He ended up coming to help coach with the Braves as a player coach when I was in AAA, and he was calling my pitches from the dugout.
Really?
How do they know that though?
Yeah,
when you say tipping,
I mean that's what they're paid to do when they're not hitting.
But Tommy, explain.
They watch, and that's what we do.
What is it? The way they see you grip the ball inside the glove, and they can tell what you're.
The way it could be the way you taking. If you're showing it when you're taking it out of the glove, you might be showing the ball.
Well, how do they relate that to the batter that quick, though? You know what I mean? How do they get that information?
No. I mean, they store it for themselves, and if it holds true, as he's looking over the course of the inning or two. They say, hey, he'll tell his other guys, I got his pitches. You want to know? And if they feel like they're seeing the pitches, okay, they ask if they want to know or not. Because I've done that. I've picked up guys' pitches before, and I've told Dutch and I've told Hollins and I've told the guys this. They said, do you want to know? And they say, no, I'm good. I'm seeing him good. So, right. I mean, some guys will take it, some guys won't. Oh. So.
Yeah, well, it's always amazing to me. I mean, I know like pitchers seem like they have more pitches in their repertoire than they did back in your day. Like, usually back in your day when you had like 3 good pitches. Now, I mean,
the sweeper, this, that.
The slurve.
Yeah, Tommy, can you explain what a sweeper is? What's the difference between a sweeper, a curve, or like a slider?
Well, I can tell you the difference of breaking ball. Slider is right off your fastball. It breaks in the box probably about 6 to 8 inches, a little bit more.
Okay.
It's a true slider, and it can go down, straight down a little bit. Like Brad Lidge's. I think Brad Lidge was more of a hard hook at times. He called it a slider, but
wouldn't that be classified as a sinker?
No.
No.
No. It's the turn. It's the turn where you do it in your hands. But the sliders in the box from a right-hander are break from right to left in a box 6 to 8 inches on a diagonal from about 1 to 7. 2 to 8 in that area because you want it to break both planes. You don't want it just to slide.
Right.
That's more of a cutter. It's nothing wrong with having that, but when you want to throw a slider, you want to break it. You want it to break both planes. You want it to slide and go down. That way it gets off the barrel of the bat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
what's the sweeper?
And you can throw that harder. It's a harder pitch. And when you start talking slurves, or sweepers. We used to call it a slurve. It's a combination of a slider and a curve. That's what it is. It's just another curveball. So I mean, they put different names in, making it more complex. Put numbers and crap on what we used to call names. So.
Well, obviously, when you can pick up pitches and whatnot, that's the game within the game, I guess. Right. But I mean,
that's why baseball is such a great game. It's a chess match, man. There's so much going on. People don't the average fan doesn't realize how much goes on.
You're sitting there, you're eating your popcorn.
Yeah, you're eating your Cracker Jacks. You're not really paying attention to what's going on. The X's and O's of baseball, I guess you would say.
Oh yeah, I mean it's we talk about it, Billy, all the time. It's a great game.
Yeah,
so. It's just a great game. The X's and O's, the battle within the battle. That's what. Don't get me started on the pitch clock and all the new crap they put in.
Do you like the pitch clock?
Because that's the thing. Because the pitcher needs to take time, sometime himself.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're not
start happening. when things start happening too fast out there, things start, the merry-go-round gets going out there. They need to be able to slow it down just a touch to get their composure back.
So you're not a fan of the clock then, huh, Tom? You're not a fan of the clock?
No, I'm not a real big fan of it, because when it's going, I mean, we're throwing good, we're throwing strikes and doing stuff like that, we're rolling. We want to get back on the mound.
Yeah.
It's the hitter that backs out. That's the chess match.
Right.
We can't allow the hitter to get in our head trying to change the game in that way, to do that. So I mean, that's the battle. So.
All right, Tommy Greene, we got to run, buddy. We're up against it. But listen, man, I'm excited about the fella. You know me. I live I hang on every pitch, and I love it. The Phillies are playing great baseball.
I know. I just don't want to see no rope burns. You know what I mean?
All right, Tommy, as always, man, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
Oh, you got it, pal.
There he is, Tommy Greene. On the Mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene is sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room, get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine.